So, you're probably asking, why some player can make a flashy cinematic, dramatic and insane play like this? And this. And even this. And you can't. Let me tell you why. It's because the champion you play. So in this video I'll give you the best champion to master and become one of the flashy players in Wild Rift. Stick till the end because you won't believe who's the last champion is. So let's jump right into it. Irelia is considered one of the few hard champions in Wild Rift and one of the most rewarding if you master it. She has a high skill ceiling, meaning that to play her effectively you need to have a deep understanding of her mechanics and combos. Mastering her kit requires precise timing, quick reflex and the ability to make split-second decisions. And to understand Irelia mechanics and combo we need to take a look at her abilities first and what makes her special. When Irelia strikes enemy with spell she gains stacking bonus attack speed. At maximum stack she also gains bonus attack damage. Blade Surge, her first ability. This ability allows Irelia to dash to an enemy dealing damage and healing herself. If the target is marked or died to this ability, the cooldown resets. This requires player to strategically choose their target to maximize mobility and damage out, making Irelia travel between enemy lines so easily and hard to get caught. Defiant Dance, her second ability. Irelia charge up to reduce incoming physical damage and then deal damage in wide area. The charge timing and positioning are crucial to both mitigate damage and maximize offensive potential, which is a great tool for diving enemies. Flawless Duet, a third ability. Irelia throws two blades that covers on a target location, stunning and damaging enemy hit. The skill shot nature of this ability requires precise aiming and timing to effectively land stuns. And finally, with Vanguard's Edge, her ultimate. Irelia launches a barrage of blades that explode outward, dealing damage and forming a wall that slow and disarm enemies. A proper use of this ability can significantly impact the outcome of a team fight. When playing Irelia, you must be proficient in chaining her ability together in quick succession to make damage and crowd control. This involves using first ability to reset and reposition, landing stun with third ability and timing her second one to reduce damage while dealing it. An effective Irelia play demands excellent positioning to engage and disengage at the right moment. You need to assess when to dive into the backline, when to peel for your team, and how to maneuver in team fights to avoid getting caught out. Irelia will push you into learning how to position yourself and make decisive decisions in crucial moments of the game, or she will punish you a lot and make you look like a beginner. Bear in mind that Irelia's ability costs mana and have cooldowns that need to be managed carefully. Real professional players excel at optimizing their resource usage to maintain pressure and sustain in lane during skirmishes. This champion will make you item-wise building her kit and not just buying what the shop recommends you. Another offer comes with Irelia is that she can be played in multiple roles and against a variety of matchups, requiring players to adapt their builds and playstyle accordingly. Professionals can adjust their strategy based on the specific needs of their team and the enemy composition. These factors combined makes Irelia a challenging champion to master but also incredibly rewarding in the hands of the skilled player. Professional players have the experience, reflex and game knowledge necessary to unlock her potential, making her a formidable pick in competitive play and will surely make you stand out in top lane. Another champion will test your limit is Yasuo. He is known for his high skill ceiling, which means that players need to invest significant amount of time and effort to master his mechanics. Pro players often excel with Yasuo because they can consistently execute his combo and maximize his damage output. To maximize ability effectiveness, we need to understand what each ability does. Yasuo's critical strike chance is doubled. Additionally, Yasuo built toward a shield whenever he is moving. The shield trigger when he takes damage from a champion or a monster. Steel Tempest, his first ability. This ability acts as a basic attack but can be chained into whirlwind if used successfully. Timing and positioning are crucial to land consecutive hits and create the whirlwind that can knock up enemies, which is an essential tool to set up for his ultimate. Wind Wall, his second ability. Yasuo creates a wall of wind that block all projectiles for a few seconds. The ability to anticipate and block crucial enemy ability with Wind Wall can turn the tide of fight. Imagine how cool it is to deny an ultimate just with your second ability. Sweeping Blade. Yasuo dashes through enemies and dealing damage. This ability has no cooldown but cannot be used at the same target for a few seconds. Effective use of Sweeping Blade for mobility and positioning in fights require careful target selection and timing. This ability is perfect in penetrating enemy lines and reaching the backlines easily. Last Breath. Yasuo dash to a knocked up enemy champion, dealing damage and keeping them airborne for an additional duration. Using this ability effectively relies on Yasuo's synergy with knocks up ability, whether from his first ability or from teammates. Yasuo effectiveness rely heavily on your ability to channel his abilities quickly. String his combo allows you to dish out maximum damage while maintaining mobility and dashing away from potential harm. Playing Yasuo will require you a precise positioning to avoid crowd control and burst damage, while simultaneously putting pressure on the enemy backlines. Professional players have the game sense to know when to engage, disengage, and re-engage during fights. Plus, he will offer you an effective split pushing due to his mobility and dueling potential. Pro players are adept at balancing team fight participation with effective split pushing, applying pressure on multiple fronts. Yasuo is a team player. He is highly dependent on his team ability to provide knockups for his ultimate. Professional teams can draft and play around Yasuo needs. So if you're playing with your friend, tell him to pick champions like Malphite, Janna, Braum. This champion synergize well with Yasuo, and you will see how rewarding this champion is. Pro players who can adapt their build path and playstyle based on the game state, enemy team composition, and the specific matchup. This adaptability is crucial for maximizing Yasuo's impact in the game. If you think that you are a pro player, just pick Yasuo. Lee Sin is known for his complexity and the high skill ceiling required to play him effectively, making him a champion often preferred by experienced and professional players. A wide range of mechanics and combos that require significant practice and precision is offered by the monk, so you have to invest a lot of time in addition to master the mechanics and combos. Since kit is complex, every one of the first 3 abilities can be recast twice, so basically he has 7 abilities. This is ability grant him bonus attack speed for 2 attacks within a few seconds. It's really important to make sure you use the flurry passive to full effect when clearing the jungle. You will be able to stay healthy and clear the jungle a lot quicker. The first attack after using an ability restore energy, and the second restore half of the amount. His first ability requires precise aiming to hit the initial target. The followed up resonating strike involves a decision-making process about whether to engage or disengage, as it can place Lee Sin in a vulnerable position. Followed up with his second ability, which provides him with mobility and shield, and when reactivated it grants lifesteal and spell vamps. A skilled player uses safeguard to dash for escape or positioning himself for his ultimate. His third ability is effective for especially junglers, which is AoE damage ability that reveal enemy hit. The reactivation cripple slow enemies, requiring good positioning to maximize its effectiveness. And finally with his ultimate, which is a kick that knock back the target and deal damage to enemies hit by the knocked up back champion. Considering this ability for optimal users, such as Isaac Kick, which is kicking enemy into your team, can be a game changing. His ultimate is so useful because of the multiple use cases that offered, either in a defensive or an offensive way. Lee Sin's effectiveness depends on your ability to perform fluid and quick combos. These include using his ability in sequence to maximize damage, mobility, and crowd control. For instance, Isaac Kick, a famous combo where Lee Sin used first ability, second ability, and ultimate to kick the enemy into his team. Another reason to pick Lee Sin is his early dominance. He is known for his strong early game, which a pro player can leverage to control the map through ganks and counter jungling. His early pressure can help secure objective and create advantage for his team. One of the best reasons that make Lee Sin a top tier jungler is his high mobility and playmaking potential. His ability provides exceptional mobility, allowing him to engage, disengage and reposition during fights. This mobility enables you to make impactful plays such as stealing objective, escaping from sticky situation or initiating fights. You can play Lee Sin as an assassin, fighter, and even a tank if needed. In professional setting, Lee Sin's ability to coordinate with his team is amplified. He can set up kills, protect key allies, and create opportunities for his team with all times engage and disengage. And here comes the Desert Flower. Samira is another champion played a lot by pro Wild Rift players. Samira's high skill ceiling, complex mechanics and the precision required to play her effectively make her a champion that shine in the hands of professional players. Her potential for high mobility, massive damage output and playmaking ability can be game changing, especially when used with a player who knows more than the basic of the game. The mastery of Samira involves not only mechanic skill but also strategic thinking, making her a challenging but rewarding champion to play at a competitive level. She will require you to master her unique mechanics and combos to be effective. Her playstyle reward position, quick reflex and strategic thinking, making her a challenging champion to play at a high level. Diving into her ability and starting with her passive, Daredevil Impulse. Samira builds the combo by hitting attacks or ability in succession. Each different attack or ability increases her style grade, which goes from E to S. Her passive also allows her to deal bonus damage to immobilized target, which requires synergy with her team crowd control abilities. Next we have her first ability. Samira fires a shot or slash with her sword based on her proximity to the target. This ability can be used while moving, making it versatile for both chasing and kiting. Following up with Blade Whirl, her second ability, which allows her to slash around her, destroying an enemy in the area. Timing this ability to negate crucial enemy projectile is key to her survival and effectiveness in fight. For reposition, Samira's third ability comes in handy, which allows Samira to perform dashes through an enemy or an ally, dealing damage and gaining attack speed. This ability resets on takedown, allowing her to reposition multiple times in fights if used correctly. And finally, with one of the best ultimates in the game, Inferno Tiger, or as I would like to call, Bullet Tornado, allowing you to unleash a series of shots around you, dealing massive damage to all nearby enemies. However, you can only use this ability if your style rating is S. Properly building up her style and positioning are crucial for maximize the impact of her ultimate. Samira's combo is one of the dangerous combo in the game. Her effectiveness heavily relies on her ability to chain her abilities and attack together to build her style meter quickly. The ability to weave basic attack between abilities and knowing when to engage or disengage based on her style meter. One of the key factors that makes Samira a great pick for pro players is her high mobility and playmaking potential. Samira's kit includes several mobility tools, allowing her to dash in and out. Her third ability provides an escape mechanism or a way to dive into priority targets. A pro player excels at using her mobility to outmaneuver opponents and make game-changing plays. Another reason that makes Samira one of the hardest and rewarding champions in the game is her ultimate. Inferno Tiger can turn the tide of a fight, but it requires careful positioning to avoid being interrupted. Professional players have the game sense to position themselves optimally, ensuring they can unleash their ultimate without being easily countered. If you're facing a pro Samira player, expect him to ruin your fun because Samira thrives on aggressive play, diving into the heart of the fight to deal damage. This playstyle suits Samira players who have the confidence and mechanic skill to take risks and capitalize on them. I mentioned that Samira's playstyle is aggressive, but without the knowledge for resource management you would get punished. A Samira player needs to manage his health and position carefully. Player who know what to do adapt at balancing aggression with caution, knowing when to push his limit and when to back off. Thresh's high ceiling, complex ability, and the need for precise execution and strategic thinking making him a champion well suited for professional player. His potential for making game-changing plays, providing vision control, and offering both offensive and defensive capabilities make him a versatile and impactful pick in competitive settings. Mastery of Thresh can lead to significant advantage for his team, showcasing the depth and excitement he brings to the game. The Shadow Isle Keeper is one of the highest skill ceiling support. He has a diverse and complex kit that require precise timing and strategic use to be effective. His ability offers a significant playmaking potential, but mastering them take time and practice. Let's dive into Thresh ability for more understanding and starting with his passive. Domination. Thresh collects the soul of dead enemies, granting him bonus armor and ability power. Positioning to collect these souls while staying safe is key. Passing through his first ability, which where he throws his scythe, hooking the first enemy hit, dealing damage and pulling them toward him. He can also choose to dash to the hooked enemy. This ability requires precise aiming and decision making, as well a well-timed hook can catch out key enemies. Next we have Dark Passage. His second ability allowing you to throw a lantern that shields the first ally to touch it and allow allies to click it to dash to Thresh location. Effective use of this ability can save allies from dangerous situations and set up engages. Using his third ability, Thresh sweep his chain, knocking the enemies in the direction of the swing and slowing them. The ability to push or pull enemy can be crucial for pulling or engaging. And finally, with his ultimate, allowing you to create a prison of wall that slow and damage enemies who pass through them. Proper placement of the box can zone enemies and control the battlefield effectively. Thresh rely heavily on two combos in fight, involve using his ability in quick succession and in combination with each other. For instance, Hook and Lantern, using Death Sentence to catch an enemy and then throwing Dark Passage to bring an ally into the fight quickly. The other combo is Flying Hook, using Fly to displace enemy and immediately following up with a Death Sentence to lock them down. The lantern can be tossed to provide vision when thrown, which can be used to check bushes and objectives safely. His ability to collect soul also encourages him to be active on the map, providing vision and presence. Thresh ability will require him to have excellent positioning. He needs to be close enough to engage with Death Sentence, but also positioned to use the Dark Passage effectively for his allies. Professional players excel at maintaining the right position to maximize their impact. The Lantern Keeper can be played both defensively and offensively. His ability to peel for his carry and engage on enemies provides flexibility in how he is played, adapting to the needs of the team. Thresh's ability offers a lot of strategic depth, deciding when to engage, when to save an ally, and how to use the box to maximize impact require game knowledge and strategic thinking, which professional players excel at. That's it for today's guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and comment. Tell me, do you consider yourself a pro player and what champion do you think that suits you? See you soon.